Agreed, Chair.
Chair, let me just add something small on that. Two things. One, I remember, Governor, that the directive or the recommendation by the committee is to the governor to take administrative action. And so it cannot be that document will be available if we get it. If it's not there, it's not there. Chair, there's something you said the other day. That administrative action, because we are here to learn, all of us are learning, that administrative action could actually even mean refresher training for your people, that they must understand the importance of providing documents when those documents are needed. That's also administrative action. Thank you, Chair.
Chair, maybe in addition, Governor, who signed off this? Are the people who signed off your financial statements? Governor, is the chair of audit committee here with us? And who signed off these financial statements? Are they here with us? The people who signed off the financial statement of this. The names are, sorry for Vincent Okioma Nyangwara. Why? He's the chief of staff. Is he still chief of staff finance? Just on record, kindly, Governor. You're not on record.
He is.
Why is he not with us?
There is a lean team that I came with, which accompanied me.
Chair.
Saying this, let me finish just a minute, Onyonga.
I'm just giving you an addendum. I would want to know whether the officers who signed these documents are CPA accountants.
Yeah, I'm going there. I'm going there, kindly. So, Vincent Okioma Nyangwara is not here.
He's a chief of staff.
Of finance, but he signed off the financial statements. Who is the head of accounting unit without a name, but is part number 13733? What is his name?
Is not here, too.
What is his name? It's not on.
John Nyandanyi.
John Nyandanyi. Chair, I thought we made a ruling in the morning that if none of the signatories of financial statements are not here with us, how do we proceed? This is very unique. Governor, did you absent them strategically? I thought the gentleman, there is a gentleman of public works, another gentleman I've had. Were they important more than the people who understand these financial statements because they are more needed than the rest?
Chair, it's not that I absent them strategically, is that we are on the close of the financial year. There is a lot of, back and forth in clearing of those documentation.
Yeah.
And because this was a follow-up on the discussion we had, I didn't see that I was to come with them. But again, the gentlemen who are around, they have their specific questions they're going to answer here, where they are liable.
But Governor, Chair, maybe I'll need a ruling on this because you had made a ruling in the morning when CI appeared. This is a unique situation where the people who signed off financial statements are not here with us. Well, I agree, Governor, although your team is not gender balanced, well, I agree that there is issues because we are coming to the end of financial year. I agree with you. But it shows that you don't take serious the importance of this process. Because these are the people who generated your financial statements and all of them stem this. So, Chair, can as a committee give direction so that, if the people who signed this, and Governor, in any case, are you aware whether Vincent Okioma Nyangwara is an ISPAC member by any chance?
This is a chief officer. He may not be.
He's not an ISPAC member. So Nyandanyi is the only one.
Is he the guy who had international relations at our last meeting? He's still the chief officer? Finance.
Yes.
The IR guy.
Oh, he's an international relations guy.
Yep.
So he should be bridging international relations between China and Kenya.
Where
the chief officer. Or the British chair.
Well, those relations are international unless you want to read more than what is apparent. Members, let's make progress.
We
said that the clerks of Parliament, in our invitation, will make it explicit that part of the delegation accompanying the CEO should be the signatories to the financial statements, the chair of the county audit committee, as well as the secretary of the audit committee. And the secretary of the audit committee is the internal auditor. beside the chair of the Public Accounts Committee. We want to have the right people in the room so that we can have a comprehensive conversation. So members, let's take note that whereas the OAG says that the documents have been provided, the county has not demonstrated any effort to implement the recommendation of the committee to reprimand or to take administrative action on the officers. We shall render our report and take it to the House, because the Public Audit Act says that anyone who fails to implement the recommendations of the committee without providing a good cause, I think there's a way it's framed. Does it say commits an offense or can be found to be in contempt of Parliament, and the committee may propose certain administrative action? Actually, that's where the law gives us the power as Parliament to make HR-related decisions. You fail to take, and I think it's important to read that provision. Mark Gashanja had read it the other day. Malcolm.
Chair, as Malcolm reads, I think you were busy consulting. The governor was on record to apologize, so you can factor in before making that ruling, because he apologized for that oversight, so that you add other rule. Thank you.
Okay. Yes, proceed. Read that provision.
The chair will read implementation, section 53 of the Public Audit Act, implementation of reports by an accounting officer. Subsection 1, the relevant accounting officer of a state organ or public entity shall within 3 months after Parliament has considered and made recommendations on the audit report, A, take the relevant steps to implement the recommendations of Parliament on the report of the Auditor General, or B, give explanations in writing to the Parliament on why the report has not been acted upon. Subsection 2, failure to comply with the provisions of subsection 1, the accounting officer shall be in contempt of Parliament or County Assembly, and upon determination by Parliament or relevant County Assembly, Parliament or the relevant County Assembly may recommend administrative sanctions such as removal of the accounting officer, reduction in rank, among others.
I think when we are doing a report, we shall refer to that provision of the law and make the necessary recommendation.
Chair, because we are still within the 3 months, and given that the governor could still be ready to render some administrative action, is it then possible to give them some few days to act, or at the lapse of before we do report writing? Or if they don't within the 3 months, then we take that part, that direction we take.
Chair, point of order. He has already pronounced himself.
I think, honorable members, let's refer to that provision. We can have this conversation when you're making our recommendations to the House. Governor?
Chair, again, I want to agree with what Senator Maluma just mentioned.
No, if you are reopening my ruling, then that will not be allowed.
Chair, it's not opening.
I think let's leave it at that point.
Yes, I wanted to inform you that, again, as we are appearing before you, we're within the 3 months that you gave us. Therefore, if I will indulge you that if it's possible, there are any other response.
Chair, the governor does not have power to indulge you.
Governor, these are very small matter. We have much bigger issues in this report. Let's leave that matter where it is. It is within, not after. So within could mean the first day, or it could mean the last day. And in any case, our resolution was made on 27th of March. Even if you are talking of after 3 months, that will remain with only 3 or 4 days to get there. So let's leave this matter to the wisdom of the committee so that we deal with far weightier issues on this report. OAG, the third issue that we're taking off.
Chair, that's page 27, issue number 32, delayed alteration and renovation to the governor's office at Old Municipal Building. Again, this is complete. We have seen the completion certificate. The building is currently in use.
Same observation, Auditor General. You did not refer to our recommendation in marking the matter as closed. Is there evidence of administrative action taken against the officers?
Chair, no. There is no evidence in terms of administrative action that has been taken.
Governor, despite provision of the documents, how did you deal with the delayed submission of documentation as per our committee recommendation?
Chair, again, is the same approach. I want to say that, again, I will apologize on the point of not providing documentation showing that there was an action, administrative action taken to my people. But I want to say they are there.
So, OAG, the work is complete. At least as far as effectiveness is concerned, we can tick.
Yes, Chair.
So,
the work is complete. And
so the issue could just be the lawfulness aspect.
the delay part of it, that's what the audit has really raised. Is the project has been delayed.
Yeah, that's
Currently,
part of the lawfulness.
Yes,
because
yes.
if the Public Audit Act requires the entity to do something and they don't do, so you can say you have ticked it for effectiveness, but not necessarily for lawfulness. You are required to report on effectiveness and lawfulness of public expenditure. Delayed alteration and renovation could point to both, but now you are telling us it is complete. So it is effective. There is value
Yes.
for money.
Yes.
But lawfulness, there is some breach of the law somewhere because the documentation was not provided when required as per the Public Audit Act. Are we on the same page, Dr.
Yes, yes.
Fine. So we shall also deal with this as we had recommended on the other one, perhaps refer to Section 51 of the Public Audit Act and maybe find the accounting officers to be in breach and contempt of Parliament. Next, resolved issue.
Chair, I think those are the 4 issues that has been resolved.
So those are 4.
Yeah.
So when you made your report on 31st of December, there were 64 issues. When the county appeared before us on when we sent our report to the House on 27th of March, we had 52 issues. And today, on 23rd of June, we have 48 issues outstanding. It means how many have been resolved so far? 16. We have 16 issues resolved from the initial 64 in the audit certificate to the 48 remaining here. OAG, is that the case?
Correct, Chair. That's the position.
So the question is, how do we deal with these 48 issues? Do we conduct an audit here? Or we direct the Auditor General to subject them to comprehensive scrutiny in the next audit cycle? Now, in terms of best practice corporate governance, that's what usually happens, that when the entity is unable to explain something, either the committee pronounces itself and puts in place sanctions, or it allows the auditor to report on them in the next audit cycle.